Coming up next, a major announcement by County Supervisor Nathan Fletcher and why he's dropping out of the state Senate race.
The 30th anniversary of two boys tortured and murdered in the South Bay. Hear the warning from their mothers.
From only 22 to now nearly 600, the efforts to help the California Condors.
A historic win puts the Aztecs in the Final Four for the first time ever.
And we'll tell you when the legendary San Diego Highwayman will be honored at the San Diego Automotive Museum.
CBS 8 News Live at 6 starts now.
County Supervisor Nathan Fletcher has announced he's taking a leave of absence, seeking treatment for alcohol abuse, trauma, and post-traumatic stress. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Carlo Cicchetto.
I'm Marcella Lee. Fletcher's office says he will drop out as a candidate for state senate. As CBS 8's David Gottfredson reports, Fletcher issued a statement saying he will check himself into an inpatient treatment center this week at the insistence of his wife.
This is the first official warning to the group that your outbursts are disrupting the conduct of the Board of Supervisors meeting.
County Supervisor Nathan Fletcher knows all about the stress of being a politician.
Sir, this is your second warning. Your conduct is disruptive to the meeting. Your time has expired. Please allow the next speaker to speak.
My conduct is not disruptive. Your conduct has been disruptive.
He took a lot of heat as the chair of the Board of Supervisors during the pandemic.
Go pound sand, Nathan Fletcher.
Nathan Fletcher, you need to know we're coming for you too.
In January of last year, somebody set fire to his home in City Heights that he shares with his wife, former state assemblywoman Lorena Gonzalez.
Everyone's safe, and the rest of it doesn't really matter. And so, you know, we're grateful for that.
Fletcher announced Sunday that he is entering inpatient treatment for alcohol abuse, citing post-traumatic stress from combat missions as a Marine in the Iraq War and from intense trauma as a young child, allegedly at the hands of his biological father.
I ended up in the custody of a violent, horrible person.
iNewsSource reporter Joanne Ferrion asked him about the abuse in 2013 when Fletcher was running for mayor.
Did he hit you as well?
Yeah, he was abusive physically, and you know, and mentally and verbally, and you know, something that I wouldn't, you know, want any child or any person to have to go through.
In a statement, Fletcher said, "I have no doubt I will not only make a full recovery, but will come back stronger, more connected, and present. However, it is clear I need to focus on my health and my family and do not have the energy to simultaneously pursue a campaign for state senate."
Was our David Gottfredson reporting. Fletcher's current term on the Board of Supervisors goes through 2026. His colleagues on the Board of Supervisors issued statements acknowledging it takes strength and courage to publicly ask for help, and they wished him a fast recovery. Fletcher's office did not say where he will be getting treatment or how long the treatment will last. The statement says the staff in his office will continue to serve the needs of the 4th District, which he represents.
Final Four. For the first time in the history of San Diego State, the Aztecs men's basketball team is heading to the Final Four.
Excited fans welcomed the team home late last night. Our Marcus Greaves is here early with the highlights of the historic win. And what's next in this tournament for the Aztecs, Marcus?
Yeah, so first of all, can we just get back to how amazing this was? It aged me. I was stressed all weekend long, but they did it. They took care of business.
Very satisfying. Nothing easy about it.
Just revenge.
Two more games.
Two more, Marcella. You did have them in your bracket making it that far, so we liked it. Yeah, so now they'll take on the FAU Owls. We'll talk about that a little later, but what a welcome home. The Aztecs deserve every bit of that celebration that they got last night. So once they touched down, they were swarmed with love from fans, and you better believe that plane ride was about as fun as it gets. But just like before, the Aztecs were excited to be home, but the job is not finished. There's still more work to be done, and the program knows they still have a whole lot more to prove.
This is what we've been talking about all year. This is our expectations in a way. We talked about it throughout the whole year, our depth and just the makeup of our team. We knew we can do it, and it's just a blessing to be able to carry those goals out.
I'm not surprised. We have the greatest fan base in the country, and They support us in Viejas, they support us on the road, and they support us when we come home. So they're the greatest fan base here, and we're grateful to have them. Well, when you're on campus for as long as I've been, and Coach Fisher 24 years, you got a lot of former players, and they're like family, and it's when family calls, you answer. So we've talked to a lot of them today, and it's exciting, and they're excited. They're trying to make plans to come to Houston to support their family, Aztec basketball.
Love that. All right, so coming up at 6:50, we're going to dive deeper in the Aztecs' next opponent, the Owls, and take a look at the Padres today with opening day right around the corner, you guys. And hey, all those Aztecs showing up to Houston, I love it. I absolutely love it.
Busy week rather for you guys in sports. Thanks, Marcus. Okay, the city of San Diego says it needs a long-term plan for the Ocean Beach Pier. It's not sure whether to repair, rehabilitate, or replace it. The pier has been closed to the public since January because of extensive damage for years now. Salt water has been eating away at some of the reinforced steel in the concrete, and engineers say recent storms have only added to the damage.
The damage is occurring at such a rate that it's requiring more and more frequent and more expensive repairs.
The city will have a series of workshops to get public input. You can head to CBS8.com for more information. A man is dead tonight after a shooting in Grantville this morning. San Diego police say the unidentified man was shot just before 6 a.m. in the 10,000 block of San Diego Mission Road. It happened between two Kaiser Permanente buildings. We do not know what led up to the shooting, but investigators say a white, silver, or light-colored vehicle may be involved. Anyone with information should call San Diego police.
30 years ago today, 2 boys were murdered while they were out riding their bikes in the South Bay. Today, their mothers led a memorial celebration to remember their sons. CBS 8's Anna Laurel reports from the Jonathan Sellers and Charlie Keever Outdoor Educational Activity Center with the warning from the boys' mothers.
This park isn't far from where Jonathan and Charlie were tortured and murdered. I spoke with their mothers here today. They tell me for years, every single day, they would come out and visit this place. And they say being here actually brings them peace.
They loved riding on the bike path. They loved coming here.
This area at the San Diego Bay National Wildlife Refuge is in full bloom. 30 years ago today, on a Saturday afternoon, 9-year-old Jonathan Sellers and 13-year-old Charlie Keever came for a bike ride here along the Otay River.
This is what they had the opportunity to see. It was beautiful, and they should have been able to enjoy that day and come home, but that didn't happen.
The boys' bodies were found off these trails, tortured, molested, strangled. For 8 years, their murders went unsolved, but DNA technology finally connected Scott Erskine. The murder of Charlie Keever shall be dead. And in 2004, he was sentenced to death for what he did to Jonathan and Charlie. Erskine died in prison from COVID in 2020.
I'm extremely grateful to our friends, our family, and the community who have stood by us as we fought for justice for the boys.
Now this area among these trails is called the Jonathan Sellers and Charlie Keever Outdoor Educational Activity Center.
I say this place always gave me peace.
We couldn't have asked for a more perfect day than today.
Today, their mothers, family, friends, and neighbors met here at a 30th anniversary memorial celebration.
I am so thankful that we're still here, because I didn't think that I'd be able to survive when all of this happened.
Jonathan's mom started a foundation in the boys' names. She wrote a book to help explain to kids what strangers look like, and she speaks at schools to talk to kids about what to do if they feel uncomfortable.
I thought I was doing all the right things when I told my kids, to be careful and be safe, but those words are really too general. We have to get more specific.
She and Maria are working hard to give their boys a positive legacy.
Our boys, they were able to see this, and they're looking down on us, and I know they're proud of us, and I know they're happy.
In the South Bay, this is Anna Laurel for CBS 8.
Good to see so much of that pain turned into positive energy here, and their memory living on.
30 years later, and they are leaving a legacy in honor of their sons. So we thank them for keeping their son's memory alive and reminding us what took place and how to hopefully prevent something like that from happening to other boys and girls.